This Joe.
¿Te gusta la pita, Mongol? They say we can't come back. You know?
Yes.
Would you come with us?
On top of that,
Would you come with us?
Mike has a job at the railway industry. Mike and Diane have an adult daughter who's a special education teacher back in Milwaukee. And Mike and Diane just became grandparents. Now that seems to be someone, if you knew Mike, Mike is involved in all types of organizations and advocacy groups throughout the community. This was not a throwaway child. Mike has accomplished more in his life than many people who have no disabilities do. He just needed the chance. And he fortunately got that chance. But now the lifelines are under attack and being ready to be cut away. His wife Diane needs Medicaid personal care. She needs that provider in the home to help her with a lot of things. That's why she's not here tonight. And their hours, they could be cut or eliminated. And Mike goes to work every day. He pays into our tax base. But if he loses his job supports, is he still going to have a job? So we need to make sure that all of these supports that people like Mike and Diane get are still there to support them so that they can continue to contribute to society all around us. We are all the better for it.
I'll be back. Okay.
So Mike, come up here. Do you have something to say?
But my name is Mike Freeman. I belong to OCC. I belong to all of the... I come down here every Wednesday on the legislator, and I tell these legislators, please do not cut the budget, and please do not cut medication. Thank you.
Now, is Dale still here? Where's he at? Dale! Dale's another one of our self-advocates of Washington. And let him talk to you for a moment.
She's over there.
Go ahead, Dale.
Well, I didn't know I was going to speak until a little while ago. It's like I said earlier, please do not cut the Medicaid personal care. They've already cut half her hours as it is now. If they do another cut, there won't be any hours left. And I need them hours. I can do everything, but when it comes to paying my bills and everything, that's what she does. So please don't cut the Medicaid personal care hours, and please do not cut the waivers either, and the case managers. Thanks.
Good job, Dale. Yeah, Dale was talking about the home and community-based services waivers, which are also part of Medicaid and provide a lot of services to people. The reason they're called a waiver is because the person who qualifies for a waiver qualifies to be in an institution. They need that level of care. But instead they waive their right to the institution and they say, I want my services in the community. That's where I want to be. And so they get services that cost the state less. People have the entitlement to go to an institution where it would cost a whole lot more. But instead, people waive that right to be in the costly institutions, instead say, I want my services in the community. So we want to fight to keep those home and community-based services waivers available to people, because right now, they're looking at eliminating a whole bunch of those waivers.
Stop buying stuff.
Okay, Mike Freeman.
Go to thestoryofstuff.org and learn what is happening.
Good evening. My name is Mike Freeman. My daughter is Faith Freeman. Most of you know her better than you know me. Faith is a young woman with Down syndrome who's also aphasia. She can't be with us tonight. She can't express her meaning. She trusts me to do that for her, and I do my absolute best to do that. What she's most concerned about right now are cuts to employment supports. For her, employment is like air or food. That job is critical to her because she has to have that purpose, that contribution, that presence in the community. It would be devastating for her to be invisible. And these budget cuts tend to make people invisible. We're here to be visible because we're saying we're not going to go there again. It's important for all of us to keep showing up and to be respectful. The time for other tactics might come someday, but today we need to be respectfully putting forth the facts and respectfully putting forth what we want to see happen. I just encourage you to keep showing up, keep smiling, but make sure. I talked to Senator Karen Frazier today, and she told me that she was unaware that the state of Washington changed its policy in 2009 to say the state has no obligation to meet the needs of vulnerable adults in the community. And she's going to look into that because she didn't know that before today, before we showed up. Carry the torch. Keep on talking. Show up. And by all means tell folks we will never again be invisible.
Thank you. Hey, Cheryl Monk, are you still here?
Yeah, Cheryl's still here.
I know it's getting cold out tonight, so we're going to try and keep this short, but I want to give everybody who signed up the chance to talk.
Once to talk that way, I don't need another name.
Excuse me.
I don't know. That's right. I did.
Today I've been moved and inspired as each of us tells our story. It makes me very proud to be in such company. When we come together, we transcend the stereotypes, we break the mold, we change the way people see persons with disabilities. We can reach out, communicate, and fight for what we need. We need to be at the table. Does anybody remember nothing about us without us? A great saying, but by practice it's very spotty. Those professionals, even though most come from a good place, seem to feel entitled that they know what's best for us instead of coming to us first and building on what we need instead of what they think we need. We need to take our lives back. Like I said this morning, I'm really tired of people I know being victimized over and over again. The truth is, many of the people that I have had the privilege to work with in the disability field are not here today, would never be here. For every one of us here today, there are many trapped at home. We must speak for them. I'm not here for myself, I'm all good, at least right now. But I am 61, and I now have severe arthritis and carpal tunnel and other problems that are the privilege of age. All these things later on top of my cerebral palsy. I'm no fool. I'm a lot more realistic than maybe an able-bodied person may be, because I know I'm going to need services. We must preserve them for the future. I want to close with the 4 principles of self-determination found on the UCP.org website, State of Disability in America, from the Life Without Limits Project. We want the freedom to live our lives as we choose, the authority to control our own bodies, resources, dreams, and destiny. We need support from professionals, family, friends, and our community. And I will take the responsibility to achieve and contribute to my full potential. I know these are frightening times, and maybe some of us feel we should just fight for the bare minimum. But I say no. Right now, we have a window of opportunity. People are listening. Many people are affected by the economy, well beyond the disability community. People want change. Let me rephrase that. We have to have change, or this country will not be the superpower it was in the past. In many ways, we're going to have to build new structures to support new economy. It is imperative that we are at the table. Don't let people you don't know and don't understand your needs make decisions for you. Don't miss this opportunity. Get involved and stay involved in your family, in your community, and in the world. We can make the world a better place for all. This is our time. Thank you. Okay, so next up, Passport for Change is here, and we have Cherie Tessier.
Go, Cherie! Hello, my name is Cherie Tessier, and I'm here to speak on a couple things. First, I'm going to speak on pharmacy, because I know if I have to pay more than $60 a month for medications, that's going to be really high risk. And I know for a fact if I have to pay more than what I get a share, I could lose my housing because I won't be able to pay for my housing. Also, I like to say that Passport for Changes last week heard me about saying for us to be here all day, and they just want to make sure that you guys know about Passport for Changes, because we're looking for new people on the board. And you can see me or Robert, because we're both here, and we can get your name and stuff, and we can make sure you guys are up to speed. And one other thing I like to say, one of the TCTV producers died of a heart attack Friday night or Saturday morning. And Diana said earlier, people with heart condition died because they don't have medication. So I want to bring that to nobody without us, us.
Okay, Robert, where are you at?
How much was that? You get a fine? No. Yeah. I think because that's
like everybody, we're going to be and kids, very well, and my God, when I have
so I just stood right now.
I need
no doubt the officer did it was not 10 walking away from me. No, like 3. Yeah. So just you know the mass arrest when they all got arrested on the Brooklyn Bridge? Yeah. So the technique they use is kettling, so they already filed a civil lawsuit, but they haven't filed any charges on it yet. They're not going to file charges. So yeah, no one's getting getting. They've dropped the charge.
I kind of feel like they should file.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because that's really questionable.
Well, it's technically illegal, the kettling and trapping.
Exactly.
There was a whole, there's many lawsuits about that. They all win whenever they happen.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Like it only, honestly, you know, some people. And this is a video, like even that, like as it was to like sit there with my face burning for about 24 hours, and like a lot for like an hour or so. It's emboldened by the whole thing.
No, it's a bit. People on the heads now.
Yeah. My whole thing was like I just thought assault.
Thank you, Robert. One of the other self-advocacy groups we have is here tonight.
So yeah, I just like I got one you know, and so yeah, they just sprayed me, stuff me, walked me, you know, like the big
save a lot of money on my medication. I bill for about $3,000 a month or $30,000 a year. So if I lost my medication, I'd be very unhappy. And I would be very happy. There's a lot of things that need to be done, and hopefully we can all do what's matters.
Very clear where they're
Make it sound and make it listen. Thanks.
Welcome to the lady up here named Eleanor, who's patiently been waiting for her.
Good for her. Right on. No, I love that. No, I just make it.
Sometimes you get caught up in
Your voice sounds familiar. Oh, yeah. See, me, that's different. Yes. Yeah, like it's, I was just telling you. Looks like you're emailing it with it. Yeah, and I'm planning on emailing you those pictures. I'm down on it. I want it. I told all my friends about it. I just had this argument, this long argument. Yeah, because it was this long argument with this lady about how people were going to be so afraid of me. And then this like 5-7-year-old kid walked up to me and the other guy in the mask and said, "Hey, can I ask you guys why you're here?" And he goes, "You want to take it?" And I go, "Yeah." Then I told him two main issues. I said, "I'm concerned about people making